welcome to part 3 of my Resident Evil Leon Kennedy vs Victor Gideon X-ray design. In parts 1 and 2 we focused on drawing Leon Kennedy. Now things are going to get a little less pleasant because it's time to draw the main villain from the latest game, Victor Gideon. Victor Gideon wears this visor over the top of his head, with lenses covering his eyes. There's quite a bit of detail in it, and I found it pretty tricky trying to get reference images from every angle, without speedrunning the entire game that is. I'm keeping the colour palette fairly simple here, mainly using warm grey tones, a bit of olive green to give it that aged look, and some heavy black for the deeper shadows. I'm blending as I go, but not too smoothly, because I actually quite like the effect of the rough scratchy blending. It helps to create a more realistic texture. I'll go into a little bit more detail about Victor Gideon's backstory in the next part, but for now you can watch the headache I had trying to draw all the details on top of his head. Don't judge me for this. So he has these little cuboid shapes sitting in a cutout on his head that kind of resemble chunky batteries. I struggled to find a decent reference image for them, and I struggled even more trying to draw them in the correct perspective. For some reason, I just hit a complete mental block. In the end, I cheated a little bit. I traced the left side, which I thought looked fairly decent, so I could adjust the angle until it felt right. Then I redrew it at the corrected angle. After that, I flipped the tracing paper over and used it to map out the other side as well, shrinking it slightly to account for the change in perspective. As an artist, it felt a little bit embarrassing doing this, but honestly, sometimes you just hit a roadblock and have to use any hack to get around it. Right, moving on. I'm really taking my time with the details on the visor and working to create that aged metallic texture. I actually really enjoy drawing mechanical and metallic objects, especially when they're a little bit worn, because it gives you the chance to add the little scratches and patches of rust that really help to create a convincing lifelike result. Join me for the final part.